I can't believe it's April and I'm still wearing a woolly hat. It is that cold today. Anyway, this is like a pre-introduction to the video. I do another one. I've done this video in a slightly different style. It's slightly longer than normal. And I just wanted to let me know if you enjoy this type more than you do with me just looking at the photographs afterwards. If you let me know in the comments below, that would be really helpful. Anyway, enjoy the video. So hi and welcome back, and back in London. I don't know if I told you before, I run a Doctor Who walking tour, and I've got one booked for this afternoon at 2 o'clock, so I'm here a bit early. There's a link in the description below if you'd like to do the tour, varying in prices depending on how many people are in your group, but take you to some really interesting locations and places you've perhaps never been to before for photography, so think about that. Anyway, so I'm back in London, as I said, and I've got, of all things, some Pan F. Now, every other day this week it's been brilliantly blue skies. I've been down in London a few times and not been able to photograph, and today, look at it, it's absolutely grim. So I've got 50mm and a 70 to 150mm lens with me, and I'm going to go for a little walk around, take a few shots now, and then after we finish the tour, hopefully this low cloud will burn off and we can get some nice shots. But that actually make a nice shot anyway as it is, because it's like, you know, you got the tops of the buildings in the clouds. Anyway, let's go on. Someone did ask about when I do my compositions and how I set the shots up. Well, I like these trees with the white bark, and guess what, you know about me and trees, I haven't got a sort of clue what they are. Anyway, so I've just taken a shot with a 50mm lens looking like I am across here. Now obviously it'd be closer to the first tree, and I focused to that, so the other ones might be out of focus because I don't think I've got the depth of field. So I'm going to look at another couple of compositions and see what I can get, because you know the Pan F, it's got a nice high contrast. It's not muddy, it's just, I don't know, it's something I really like about Pan F. So I'm going to do a couple more shots before I move on. Okay, so I've just done another shot of this other tree, and I've got the white bush with flowers on it in the background now. I focused on the tree and I was trying to get, oh, there's a Mr. Squirrel down there, I don't know if you can see him, he's squirreling around. I just got the shot of that, and I had to open up to 1.8, so I've got 125th at 1.8 on that shot. Now, I don't know how well these Ricoh lenses work when they're fully open. I don't know how soft they are. It'll be interesting test to see. So we'll see how that comes out, and you'll see it now on the screen if it did. This time I've gone for as close as I can get with the 50mm lens with this flower, and then have the trees in the background, so that's all going to be out of focus. Again, it was a 125th at 1.8. I'm a bit disappointed I'm only getting 1.8, but it's so overcast, whereas I have days this week where, you know, I was running down at f16 at 250th. So anyway, but I'm dealing with the light the best way I can, and I'm going to go for a little bit of a walk down the Southbank before I go to do this Doctor Who tour. So on this shot, I'm only looking at the stepways down here. I've done shots in the past when I've used a super wide angle lens and got the top of the shard in as well. I mean, that's it would just be too cluttered with that. I did take a colour photograph here some years ago of two kids, and they were jumping in opposite directions at the same time, and it looked like it was just completely set up. It was just a complete capture. If I can find that photograph, I'll put it on so you can see that now, but if I can't, I'm sorry. But anyway, yeah, so here I'm getting about 250th at f4, which is quite good. And as I say, I just wanted what we call the seating area, or the steps, and you know, more of an abstract composition. So I'm just going to walk down to the Galleria, the Hayes Galleria. It'll be too dark in there for me to actually photograph, but I'll take you on a little bit of the walk with you. So I'm going to walk down by HMS Belfast, but the entrance is there as well. And someone said to me, they in a comment, they wanted me to do more where I'm just literally walking along talking to the camera. So I thought I'd do that today, and I actually feel safer here than I do in Bedford doing this for some reason, although London is not the safest of cities. You see that there might make a nice shot of those people up there with the buildings in the background, but I think I'll leave that one. And you quite often get people with these I don't know, sculptures. Look like they're pushing them. So I can't go too far down. I've got the tour coming up, but I might go the other side of London Bridge Station and walk up there and up part of Bermondsey. We'll see what happens, just in case of time. And we don't actually come down this part of the tour when we do the Doctor Who tour. But having said that, when we do a disabled tour, which we can do people who have got wheelchairs, we actually bring this way instead, and it works really, really well. It's just further, and it just takes people further than they need to go, unless they're obviously in a wheelchair. And we have to, and I want to get them the whole way around the tour. We did that successfully last year, I think it was last October, and I'll show you the picture of the lad we got round. I don't know really much about HMS Belfast. I believe it was called a town class ship, but I'll look that up. And someone worked out that if they fired the cannons on there, that'd hit the first service station on the M1. Now I don't know how true that is. Someone apparently calculated the angle of the actual cannons and the distance they can fire, and that's apparently where they would hit. Now whether that's true is another thing. And I really want to know if you just want me to do walk along, talk along stuff, rather than just doing all about photography, so you can actually see where I'm going. I know there's a lot of people on YouTube do videos where they just literally walk along and just touch the camera. So I'll do a bit of that for you now. I'm going to have to stop in a second. I was going to take a shot of my camera so you can see what I'm working with today. But actually it might be nice to get a shot of the guns on HMS Belfast, change over lenses and get those two guns on the side there. That may make a really nice composition, so I think I'll do that. Someone wanted to know what was my favourite camera. Well, at the moment, I've had this camera probably quite a few years now, is my Owen 20. I just love the Olympus system. I always used to be a Canon person until I got the Olympus Owen 20 and then fell in love with that. And I've now got a full selection of lenses, going from this one right down to a 28mm, and I've got a 135 lens as well. So yeah, I've got a nice selection I can change between. I don't always carry them around with me though, so that's the one I like the most. So I'm making my way back to London Bridge through the Hayes Galleria, and I suddenly realised I'm not need to eat yet, so I'm going to grab something to eat and then probably going to take a few more shots. It's too dark in here to take the shot of this machine, whatever it is. So I think I'll give that a miss. And it's not the sort of thing I want to photograph as well. I'm just, because I'll be more interested in the lights along here, on this wall here, taking a shot of those, and yeah, doing something like that rather than the actual thing over here. I'm going to try and take a few more shots before I do the tour. Then when I finish the tour, it leaves me at Waterloo Station, so I'm going to do some shots. I'm going to walk back to Blackfriars and get the train from Blackfriars Station and do some shots on the way back through there. Hopefully it would have brightened up by that time. Okay, so I finished the tour. I'm a little bit tired. I was going to go down to the food market and have something to eat. I think I'll save that till I get home. They're really nice, but they're expensive and you don't get much, so might as well wait until I get home back in Bedford. This is behind the Royal Festival Hall, and they're here Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and I normally get the duck fat chips, but not today. And what's behind me is the Hayward Gallery, and absolute monstrosity of a building, but great for Pan F. So I'm going to take a few shots of this as I walk back towards Blackfriars Station. I don't know if the other photographers, film photographers, do their talk about the shot they're going to do before they've taken it or after it. And I've just taken this shot of this, I don't know, light with a really great shadow on it. So I thought I'd talk about it afterwards. And yeah, I don't know how it's going to come out, but it looks really quite fun with the huge shadow that the light's got on it. I think it might make a good abstract shot. And there's a few other things like over here as well. There's like a statue that hasn't got a head, but if I get it with this foreground of this I think it's a stairwell. Yeah, it's a stairwell. So if I try and get the stairwell in as well, that might make a good shot as well. Okay, so I've just got a load of really great abstract shots, well I hope they are, when I get them developed, and we're walking back now on the Southbank past the BFI, and there was one shot I wanted to take with this statue and the stairwell, and this woman just stood there for about 10 minutes, and then she put a mask on, and then she straightened herself out, and I was getting really stressed. So yeah, I managed to get the shot in the end. I got 2 or 3 from different angles and stuff like that. So they look, I mean, through the actual lens, they look really good. But it won't tell until we get home. So I've taken about 20 frames in total. And this is the little walk I have back to Blackfriars. Now, normally I wouldn't necessarily go this way. I'd normally go back to London Bridge and get the train back from London Bridge. Because it's such a nice day and we finished the tour at Waterloo, I thought I'd walk back today rather than getting the tube or getting the train. I've actually tried doing shots of the National Theatre before and they just weren't that good. It's kind of a higgledy-piggledy building and I don't think I'll bother. I tried one of that statue over there with the guy with a sword over there, but it just didn't come out very well. But we'll go along and I'll see if I can find anything else to photograph. Okay, so I've taken more shots than I thought, and I've just done a couple here looking towards the Oxo building, and I don't know what that building is called, but I call it the Pregnant Woman because it looks like a pregnant woman. And the skyline obviously of the city and of St Paul's Cathedral, and the light is just absolutely gorgeous now. So all I've got to do now is head along this way, and then it takes me back to Blackfriars Station. I don't know if you know how many of you from the UK, but this is where This Morning used to be filmed, in this building behind us here. Not anymore, they've moved, but as you can see, the Southbank has become extremely vibrant again, which is wonderful to see all these people about and stuff, and it to be lovely and warm again. Okay, so I made it back to Blackfriars with 7 minutes to spare for my next train back to Bedford. It's been a great day. I've done the tour, I've done some really interesting abstract shots, and I've taken about 32 frames. I'll finish the film off tomorrow and then hopefully get the video uploaded by the end of the week. Now, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, buy me a coffee if you can, and just check out my other videos. Alright, speak soon.